NyanCave!
Hello, welcome back
Hello!
to Ace Attorney Chronicles.
Frick, new man, Egbert. Oh, what a fella.
Egbert.
Egbert.
Oh, hey, Jordan.
Hello.
How are you all doing today?
I know that Allison's doing hot girl shit.
Oh.
Because I saw some hot girl pictures going on.
Nice.
Hanging out in Florida.
Florida. I hear that hot girls have problems too.
They're just like you.
But hot.
But they're hot.
Yeah.
I guess we'll flop over, don't we?
I suppose so. That is what the gavel means.
That is what the gavel means.
Egbert.
Oh, yes.
We're in the middle of
a great deduction.
A great deduction. Yes. Let's listen to that great deduction again and see if we can massage it into shape.
Very well, then. Let us start from the beginning once more. Of Herlock Sholmes's magnificent logic and reasoning spectacular! First of all, sorry, it's weird. It's hard getting into character. First of all, we must ask ourselves, on what business you ventured forth with? You claim to have followed this pickpocketeer, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different, as revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to the shop in the first place is the staff recruitment flyer.
So, by Mr. Sholmes' reasoning, Mr. Benedict came here in order to apply for a job so he could dig through the floor?
Yes, in an attempt to tunnel into the sewers to gain access to the money in the vault of the bank across the road. But he wouldn't get very far with a broken shovel, would he?
No. I think it's fair to say that his motives lie elsewhere. The question is where? What did Mr. Benedict here, what did bring Mr. Benedict here at this particular point in time? It's always on their back. There's a haircut.
Oh my god, it's on the back of the thing.
Oh my god.
That's so cute. Little picture of her.
Little derpy thing.
Little derpy.
Huh.
It's a hit notice. It's kill this girl.
Huh.
I like how I just stylish hat.
That silk top hat is whiter than white. Only an English gentleman could hope to carry off something so bright.
But it looks so incongruous with the black overcoat, don't you think?
Perhaps the latest London fashion. I mean, that's just guesswork, of course.
How about it, Mr. Naruto? I think you'd look very fetching in a white top hat.
Well, you know, I think it might look rather incongruous with my black university uniform, so... Oh man, you know... What are you holding there?
What do you got in that hand there?
That's a proper English gentleman's cane, isn't it? Look at the beautifully polished brass on the handle.
Yes, but Mr. Sholmes is right. It's not the sort of handle you usually see on a cane.
Perhaps it's the latest London fashion. I mean, that's just guesswork, of course.
Perhaps you could adopt a cane, Mr. Naruto. It might rather suit you.
I have a feeling it might argue with the sword around my waist. Scribbled writing.
Oh, look at all that scribbled notes on the back of the flyer here.
I don't believe it.
What is it?
Listen to what it says. Name, Gina Lestrade. Height, 5'2".
Baby.
Green cap, scruffy waistcoat. Grubby white shirt. Blue satchel, ragged.
Oh, shit.
It's a detailed description of Miss Lestrade.
Goodness.
And there's even a sketch of her and all. Although, if I showed it to her, she'd fire that smoke grenade launcher in his face for sure.
And look, the details of the shop have been written down here too. Windibank's Pawnbrokery, Baker Street. Redemption deadline, 15th of April.
Which is today's date. Why would Mr. Benedict have all that information scrawled on the back of that piece of paper? Info about Miss Lestrade. Oh, good thing I checked that. But as is tradition, I wonder if they're gonna say he wanted to pawn this top hat because it conflicts with
his
jacket.
overcoat.
I don't know. But I can't say here, so I'm just gonna send it. Just once.
Just one, just for the meme.
Is the stylish hat. You can't judge a book by its cover, as they say. Someone who appears wealthy may well be poor. Being such a man, you're desperate for money. When you realized you had no real need for your hat, you brought it here today with the intention of pawning it off for as much as the broker would give you.
What precisely was your intention with that, Mr.
I
Naruhodo?
just like being included.
Well, the truth is, you do not have a turn for observation or deduction. Did that hurt?
Yes, a lot.
Good.
Okay.
I still don't quite understand why this gentleman came into Mr. Windibank's today.
Well, he might look like a smartly dressed man about town, but perhaps he's destitute, really. I really think that's the only explanation.
You must stop thinking along those lines, Mr. Naruhodo.
No! Yeah, I suppose you're right. Well, perhaps there's something in this pawn shop that the man was looking for.
How about we all just circle around him and point and yell, poor, 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 poor!
Oh, jeez.
Take that!
Yes. What brought you to this shop today in the first place is the info about Miss Lestrade.
Quite so, my dear fellow. It would appear that the writing in the sketch on the reverse of the flyer pertain to the pickpocket Miss Lestrade and to Mr. Windibank's pawnbrokery here.
You originally told us that you had merely given chase after Miss Lestrade stole the redemption ticket from you.
But that, sir, is a thinly veiled lie.
Mad. It is the information on the back of the flyer that led you here today, by which I mean here, to Windibank's pawnbrokery, and today, the redemption deadline of that overcoat.
So, you waited outside for the young girl matching the description you have written down to arrive. And you have gone to some lengths to hide the reason for your pursuit of Miss Lestrade. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. The cane which you unwittingly clutch in your person exhibits an incontrovertible...
What utter rot! I've had this cane for years!
The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the missing ferrule.
What's a ferrule?
It's the metal cap commonly found in the end of a cane, Mr. Naruhodo.
Ah, the bit that makes the nice clacking sound on the pavement?
Yes, exactly. And Mr. Sholmes is right. It appears to be missing on this cane.
But it doesn't actually look broken, does it?
No, it doesn't, though the gentleman certainly did recoil and Mr. Sholmes identified the cane as suspicious.
In other words, there's some secret about the cane that Mr. Benedict would rather we not know. All initialing. Stylish hat. That's about all they want you looking at is like two things.
You came here to pawn your stylish hat.
Yeah. No, yeah, like there's not much to pick from this time around. I didn't notice that alligator up there. That's,
What alligator? Oh my god.
right?
That's actually kind of a scary
kind
alligator.
of horrifying. Anyways.
I'm gonna play a thing first. Whoop.
Hey guys, just Nyan's wiggles concentrated into a single vessel. An evil one. Nyan is shadow, if you will. Some kind of faker.
Dark Iron Yoshi!
Thank you.
Yes, he is. He is my Wiggles personified. Only he's not as slutty as I imagined he would be. Not yet, anyways. Thank you,
here,
Dark Iron.
Mrs. Sato. There's letters on the handle.
Ah, yes. Those must be initials, I think. In the West, it's customary for people to engrave their belongings with the first letters of their names.
So, Herlock Sholmes would be HS, you mean?
That's right. And the initials on this cane, obviously... Oh! HG.
Why does it feel like that's not quite right?
But,
Take that!
The initialing. The contradiction of which we speak, of course, is the initialing.
A most astute observation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Eggert Benedict? We are led to believe, sir, that your initials are EB. Yet in a most possessive manner, you have in your grasp a cane bearing the initials AG. An incontrovertible contradiction indeed, would you not agree?
No, you're wrong. This cane isn't... You said before that you had the cane for years. So don't try to tell us that you just borrowed it from a friend or found it in the park.
In short, though you hold yourself to be a gentleman, you have withheld your true name.
I'm so curious where that tear is coming from.
Right. You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer of the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle which you evidently would like to conceal is the key to understanding this riddle you see.
Let's consider the bare bones of what's happening here. Miss Lestrade redeemed that fine-looking overcoat, and now a mysterious man has appeared, introducing himself with a fake name and claiming that the overcoat belongs to him.
But we know that he actually identified Miss Lestrade from a written description, which suggests that everything else he's told us is untrue.
So what we need to do here is somehow prove that the overcoat cannot possibly belong to him.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a big tear in the back. Right up the butt.
Oh, there it is.
Right in the butt.
Oh, the seam on the shoulder there is coming apart. Look.
So it is.
Do you know, a moment ago when Mr. Benedict was surprised by something that was said, I thought I heard him make a rather strange noise. It sounded a bit like a tiny growl. But now I think it was probably the sound of this seam ripping open.
If you look closely, it does seem to be a very tight fit. The sleeves are stretched to bursting, and he wouldn't have a hope of fastening at the front. If he were to run around in it, I'm sure the whole thing would fall apart.
That I'd like to see.
What?
So, how can we make Mr. Benedict run around? Do you think his pants will fall off?
She's really giving this some thought.
Or stylish hat. Do you want stylish hat or other?
I wonder what happened if we agreed with Sholmes.
Take that! In Egg's defense, he could have been working out since it's been a whole month. He's freaking swole. 2 months, yeah.
The split seam, which you evidently like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see.
Yes, because the overcoat is rather obviously a poor fit.
Having forced it over your broad shoulders, the seam is already breaking apart.
My suspicions were aroused from the outset.
Ooh.
When you so boldly lied about your name and so boldly waylaid this pickpocket. This catalogue of untruths has all been for one very specific purpose. To steal the article that the young girl redeemed from Mr. Winterbank. Ah! But what really irks me is this. The considerable crime I had initially imagined has been considerably curtailed. To
abscond with a redeemed item. Solved. To steal the Great Exhibition's reserve funds. Someone is most certainly doing that right now, though.
Absolutely. It's Gina. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. For we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning.
This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, designed to wheeze a filch some tawdry article of ponage?
You navigated that so well.
I was really riding on the edge of my seat.
I
By
was
the
like,
seam of my coat.
oh, because I was trying to read along, and I'm like, wait, what? Wait, what?
I
Wait,
know.
what? But you did it so
I can't
good.
say that I understood what I was saying.
No, but you said it very well.
Oh. Have you forgotten that I redeemed the article in the proper manner using the watchword? Whoa! Hey! Had I not been the one that deposited in the first place? How could I possibly have known the relevant details? N'est-ce pas?
Oh, but the watchword could be discovered. As you are all too aware, Mr. Benedict.
This guy's basically like 1900s High School Musical, I think.
Yeah. Ah, and your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped.
What?
Let us consider how one might come to learn a secret watchword relating to the pawned property of another. The method is revealed by the council notice on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn.
The direction of the deduction must change rather dramatically now, I think.
Yes, no more talk of tunneling into the sewers. Which is a pity, because it all sounded rather exciting. Would make for a really great story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should tell Iris.
Well, anyway, you can't deny that this mysterious gentleman did know the watchword.
Yes, Professor. If you didn't know that word, Mr. Windibank would never allow you to redeem the article.
Or, looking at it another way, if you did know that word, Mr. Windibank would allow you to redeem the article whether it was yours or not. So the question is, could this gentleman have found the watchword out somehow? Alligator? Oh. Skull? Gun.
Gun.
This is Mr. Windibank's gun.
Yes, loaded with only one bullet, he said.
One bullet, chat.
It would appear that the pawnbroker is a very life or death profession.
That might just be this particular establishment. I can't say, but I gotta do it.
Take that!
I gotta know how this works. Coercing the broker for information by holding a gun to his head. That's assault. But using the broker's own gun to do it, that's rubbing a salt in the wound. No. But somehow, when none of us were looking, you must have forced Mr. Windibank to tell you the watchword.
That deduction is wanting in every way.
Yes, I was wanting you to hear it. I'm quite proud of it.
I find myself wanting to never have heard it. I'm quite pained by it, in fact.
Oh, sorry. I'll try again.
Meanwhile, Mr. Bank's like, do it, coward, do it, fucking do it.
Yeah. Well, there's no question that Mr. Bennett used some wheeze or other to find out the watchword. Let's think. He only appeared in the shop after Miss Lestrade had redeemed the overcoat.
He certainly couldn't have overheard Miss Lestrade saying the words, so he can only have discovered it from something on his countertop.
Sounds like I need to have another look around and examine things more closely this time. Notelet. Look at this, Mrs. Sato.
Oh, it appears to be a memo that Mr. Windibank has scribbled himself.
Let's see, what does it say? Oh, Professor. Mr. Windibank must take note of the watchwords his customers gave him right before their eyes. And in alarmingly clear script as well.
Oh dear. I don't know where to look. Who knows what other secrets I might see? Oh no, I've seen too much!
So that is alarmingly clear?
Yes.
I think I've seen doctors write clearer than that.
I know, right? Oh, actually, I think, they want us to take 2 pills 3 times a day.
Huh? No, it's half.
Half?
Yeah, half a pill. 3
Yeah,
times a
you're
day.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Dog.
I would totally send the picture of the dog.
I
if it was
know. What a
available.
nice picture of the dog, by the way. That's just a real ass dog.
I know, right? But I don't think there's anything else. I think that's just gonna be the one.
Old lamp.
Ah, damn it! I would have taken the gun first anyway, but lamp might be a good one.
I love lamp.
Yeah. There's the items and they're a thing, and I'm like, what could you possibly
How do you big brain that into the position that you want it to be?
It's revealed by the old lamp. I wonder if it'd be like, Genie, wish to know the password or something. The method's revealed by the notelet on the counter, to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn.
Yes, the broker here follows the same procedure whenever a customer comes to redeem an article. He asks the customer for the watchword and notes it down, the response uttered on a notelet he has to hand. Then he consults his ledger and confirms whether or not the watchword matches that of the article in question.
I would expect nothing less of a diligent pawnbroker. But his diligence clearly has its disadvantages. What are you talking about?
It is increasingly apparent that you were present in this shop before your accusation against Miss Lestrade.
In all likelihood, you followed her inside and then observed her talking to Mr. Windibank.
When the diligent broker made note of the watchword as his common practice.
You observed him writing the word professor on the notelet beside the ledger.
And that, sir, was the master plan you devised to steal the pawned article from young Miss Lestrade.
Master plan?
Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. Why would you go through such lengths to redeem that particular article from this pawnbroker?
Are you quite serious?
For an ill-fitting overcoat hardly seems to justify the effort, much less a worthwhile music box disc. Worthless. But naturally you had very good reason to make them yours, didn't you, Mr. Benedict?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us everything we need to know.
Is it on the back of that as well?
Probably.
The articles we're talking about are the overcoat and the music box disc that was in one of the pockets.
Which, according to Mr. Windibank, isn't even worth a penny.
And yet this man went to such lengths to steal them. Why?
I wonder if perhaps we already have the evidence we need to explain it, Mr. Naruhodo.
Could we? Really? I'd better have a thorough look through all the evidence we've collected so far. Oh. Hello.
Wow, what could it be? Probably our armband.
Oh, okay.
Take that!
Wait, you were joking?
Yeah. Yeah. What
It
for
doesn't
fun?
even get a witty thing.
No.
It just gets the generic. Way to go, Nyanny. It wasn't even funny.
Well, that's a sentence I've heard more than enough in my life.
This man has used some fairly high-handed measures to try and get his hands on the overcoat and the disc.
He certainly doesn't want either of them for their monetary value, though. Still, they must be of value somehow, to someone.
This is the last piece of the puzzle. I better have another look through the evidence and see if there are any clues hiding.
Let's look at that. I want to see.
Ouch. Look at all the little bumps on the disc. They're so tiny.
Yes, the protrusions are called pins, and they pluck the teeth of the comb to make notes. And just on the edge, there's a small amount of blood.
Yes, the blood of the mysterious Mr. Egbert Benedict.
When Miss Lestrade tried to grab the disc from him, the pin scratched his fingers, it seems. Like when you're grating some daikon radish and accidentally catch your finger.
Ouch. Just thinking about it hurts. It puts me off eating radish. I bet you it's like some sort of code.
I think you must be right.
But, aha!
For McGilded. Oh, McGilded.
McGrilded.
Oh, shit.
Oh, there's a little scrap of paper stuck to the reverse side of the disc. Look. And a scribbled word or two. It looks like somebody's name. For McGilded.
McGilded? It couldn't be.
But it is, Mr. Naruhodo. A name I shall never forget for as long as I live.
But why? Why is his name on this? Music box disc.
Take that!
You see, this music box disc tells us all we need to know. What's that? On the back?
It reads, "For McGilded." Ah, Mr. Magnus McGilded. The unfortunate philanthropist who perished in curious circumstances at the Old Bailey 2 months ago. A prominent man in London, though his loan-mongering demonstrated a distinct lack of scruples. You seem to be lacking scruples, sir. So, you're an associate of his, are you? Or perhaps a subordinate?
Mr. McGilded was a man of unusually small stature. In fact, he was precisely the right size for that overcoat you've squeezed yourself into.
God. Your true identity remains shrouded in mystery, Mr. Eggert Benedict.
I would eat eggs Benedict more often if it wasn't so hard to cook.
Well, don't you have to make like hollandaise sauce?
Yeah, and then you have to, what's the word? Where you,
Drop them in the water?
Well, no, they're like these little cups, and you put them in, then you steam them or whatever. I don't think you boil them. Maybe you do drop them in the water.
I don't know. I can't eat
stuff.
eggs.
I'd say that one of these days you're going to fucking meme yourself to death, but I'm pretty sure that's already happened at least once.
Suzu!
Yeah, there's one moment where I vividly remember thinking that things were easy, and then we memed ourselves down to 1 HP, and then we died
Really?
several times, I think. Yeah, because we got stuck on like one silly thing. So, yes, absolutely. And thank you, Suzu. And thank you, Angry, for the 99-cent super chat. Unfortunately, it won't play.
I'm in a good mood. This cute girl and I had a really good convo today in chemistry.
Appropriate.
No lie, might shoot my shoot later. How've you all been?
Long man.
Pretty good.
Chemistry and chemistry.
Never heard the term shoot my shoot. But...
Shoot my shot.
Ah!
Yes.
Like, take a chance kind of thing?
Take a chance, yeah.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna shoot my shot.
Oh.
But I'm guessing autocorrect was like, shoot my shoot.
Gemini shoot.
Gemini shoot.
Wow, that's sweet. Good luck. And do it. Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Yeah.
And
you
also-
have your whole life ahead of you.
Yeah.
Ask out the teacher. Don't ask out the teacher. I'll ask out the teacher. But the final conclusion here is crystal clear. The reason you came to this pawnbrokery today was to retrieve an article left behind by the late Magnus McGilded.
Just... Ah! Sachet.
To acquire an item deposited by Mr. McGilded.
Did you emphasize the dead on purpose?
I did.
Nice.
Deduction.
Elementary.
Elementary!
Spin!
Well, well. Mr. Magnus McGilded. Not a name I expected to hear in these circumstances.
Mr. Sholmes, I'm afraid there's something very troubling on my mind.
Pray tell, Miss Susato.
Well, according to what Mr. Windibank told us earlier, today was the final day on which the coat could have been redeemed, was it not?
Yes, madam, that is correct. Today would be precisely 2 months since it was first deposited.
Well, today is April 15th, so 2 months ago today...
Would have been the 15th February, sir. That's right. It's all clearly recorded in my ledger. Deposited at 10:30 p.m., I see.
What? But that suggests...
Yes, 15th of February.
is precisely the day on which the omnibus murder took place.
And 10:30 in the evening is precisely the time at which the terrible events were unfolding.
Suggestive is not the word. It would seem the matter is entirely beyond coincidence.
You are, of course, at liberty to make whatever outlandish deductions you choose. However... Oh, what the fuck?
A gun! It's only got one bullet in it, though, so at least one of us will be okay.
Can't shoot both of us. But shoot Nyanny if you have to shoot someone.
You can try. I'm faster than fast, baby.
I must insist you hand over the music box disc now. It would be a terrible shame for you to return to your native land in a box.
Almost came to this place in a box.
Oh, what do I do?
Absolutely not.
Wait, no safety save?
There are some things a man must protect at all costs. This may be well one of those things. Then again, it may not. Whoa, hi. Oh shit! Mr. Windibank!
It's that office thing where there's like all of them have guns pointed at each other. Gina's gonna get her grenade launcher out.
Oh, Mr. Windibank!
Sasato's got 2 guns.
This is my shop.
I can't allow any harm to come to my customers. If that were to happen...
Oh, fuck! Not ideal. Not ideal.
You can't shoot me if I shoot me first.
I should have to take my own life.
Mr. Windibank, no!
All right, that's enough.
Oh, God, I'm lightheaded. Oh, hello. Inspector Gregson!
Inspector? That's right, Sunshine. The alarm was raised on one of our dedicated emergency lines. So we got here as fast as we could. Now what's this all about, eh? Oh, praise be! You're here at last! Oh, I was moments away from forfeiting my own life in my very own establishment!
If you don't move, they can't see you.
It would seem you have the upper hand. Smoke bomb.
I love their freaking capes, yo.
Yeah.
Got my first tattoo today and I'm feeling good.
Hey.
So here you go. Love you guys.
Biowoman! Congratulations!
Yeah, congrats.
What is it, if you don't mind my asking?
I hear that,
It's one of those things where once you pop, you don't stop.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, I'll get one on my shoulder, and then you have a whole sleeve,
well, I mean, now you gotta balance it out.
Yeah.
Symmetry. If you got one on the right side, you got one on the left side.
right?
The Mexican standoff we never wanted or needed.
Tasso!
Tasso!
Thank you.
Benedict, I
Cyber.
will now unleash my stand gun.
Cyber Saiyan!
Oh no, it's being controlled by the enemy. It's turned on me.
Thank you!
Thank you.
You lot have got some explaining to do.
Himawari, sunflower.
Ah.
Beautiful.
I don't appreciate being bothered with some petty argy-bargy.
Petty? Mr. Windibank very nearly met his end.
Yeah, by his own gun as far as I can tell. Oh dear. And the whole of Britain could meet with its end if I don't get to the bottom of the case I'm supposed to be working on.
What on earth is the case, Inspector?
Spare no detail, Gregson. Your secrets are safe with me.
I might have said a little too much already. No matter. It's nothing to do with you lot. Anyway, sir, you're gonna have to come with me down to the station.
Okay.
But of course, Inspector. Ha! Ah! He's getting away! After him, lads! Whistle the beat officer, too! Sir! Sir! Sir!
Dude knows how to make an exit.
There's been a spat of thefts at pawn shops around here recently. So we fitted emergency buttons underneath the counters for brokers to let us know when there's trouble. Oh, Inspector. I was very worried there for a while. Very worried indeed. Now then, Mr. Permanently in mourning.
Oh, yes?
I'll be taking the whatever it is of McGilded's down to the yard, I think. Thank you very much. So hand it over.
Oh, yes. Of course.
Nana's got me with the "You are the dancing queen."
Nice.
A doe. I'm a doe. No, don't give it to him. It's mine. That is, it's mine.
I'm sorry, miss. But anything belonging to McGilded has been taken in as evidence now.
As evidence?
If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate.
I'm also going to need that alligator, that music box, and that skull there as evidence. Yep. And the picture of the dog.
And this pair of size 5 shoes. I have notoriously small feet. It's all yours, Inspector.
Oh.
And so, we handed over McGilded's disc over to Inspector Gregson. But who thought that McGilded's disc could be flipped even after he was dead? Obscure reference. And were similarly turfed out of the shop and onto the street.
Ba-bum, ba-dum, da-bum.
To
We were
be
so close.
continued.
Mr. Naruhodo, what is your favorite Scottish rock band? Because mine's Gun. What's a rock band?
DVD!
Thank you.
To Sasato, can rocks even play in a band?
I don't know. I guess so. It's
They
weird
make
over
great
here.
pets, though. Yeah, see this whole clothes store for rent there? There's a tunneling operation happening there as we speak.
I bet it's a money laundering situation.
Oh,
Just you
really?
watch. A mattress store will open up there. Then they're never going to sell a single mattress. But they're going to be making money.
See? That's why I hate grown-ups. All they do is feed you a pack of lies and then take stuff away from you.
Oh, really, Miss Lestrade? Tell me, is that overcoat keeping you warm?
What? Oh my, surely you were given that. Yeah, did they let me keep it? After I looked daggers at him for long enough. He went through the pockets and said, "Go on then, have it," before telling me the scamp was a scalper. Always pays off giving people a look at you,
Oh, God.
always pays off giving people a look like you ate them.
I can't help feeling that it's going to get you into some serious trouble someday.
What I really wanted was that nice shiny disc, mind. The music box disc.
But Mr. Windibank said it was practically worthless.
I think I'm gonna go have another bash. Give him a long, hard stare.
I think not, Miss Lestrade. We shan't enter Mr. Winterbanks again today.
Why not? That's not fair.
It can't be helped, I'm afraid. The police are investigating the scene now and taking a statement from Mr. Windibank.
That disc's mine. I had a ticket for his coat and it was in the coat pocket. And there should be something else in all. That's what the rotten coat said, ain't it?
Yes, he did mention something about another article, didn't he?
Well then, that's mine too. Whatever it is.
Now she's really pushing her luck.
Miss Lestrade, I think it's time to admit defeat. You have had your haul for the day.
Yeah, it is all your fault, Sholmes.
So, what are your plans now? Will you dine with us this evening?
Oh,
Eh?
Iris would be delighted to cook, I'm sure, and I might entertain you with a modest violin recital.
No, Ta.
Oh,
Why would I come round your place, eh? Have you not shared or something?
oh.
Oh dear. She's gone.
having reviled on me quite unnecessarily, I might add.
I can't help wondering if perhaps she might turn up anyway.
Interesting.
Once she's had a chance to calm down, I think there's a good chance she'll decide to come.
Very well then. I'll inform Iris to set a place for our potential guest at the dinner table this evening. And one more thing. I should be glad of your company later, too.
Sorry?
I believe I will have a rather splendid surprise to show you.
Oh, how exciting! What is it?
You shall have to wait and see, Miss Susato. Until later, then. Ta-da!
So something that was kind of glossed over in the whole pawnbroker thing is that I'm pretty sure Gina said it belonged to her da.
Yes.
Yeah. Could be just a lie or could have actually been truth.
Right?
They
Well, what's
stopped talking about
Gina's last name?
Lestrade,
Lestrade.
which could be like a red herring.
Could be.
Because I mean, like,
Who gives a fake name?
someone who was born illegitimately to someone very rich and powerful.
True.
Damn. We were asked earlier to show our faces here, so well, let's just go. Oh, actually, wait before we go.
So, now that the JoJo Part 9 leave, can we look for the evil dog of Baskerville? You now, the one this chapter's name comes from? Face with monocle, hope is not a chihuahua. You never know with this game's lol.
It's Wagahai.
Body squeeze. Waga hi.
I've seen through it. It's Wagahai.
Waga hi.
Wagahai.
Roar.
Wagahai Inudes.
Is she still the ballerina? They're twins. They're twins.
Oh, Susie and Bruno, come in.
Good afternoon, Iris.
Thank you so much for breakfast this morning. I don't mention it. Goodness, look at all the time. Look at the time already.
Busy as always?
I am. I'm preparing everything that's for dinner this evening.
Already? You're obviously cooking something. You're obviously cooking something special, aren't you?
Oh yes. After all, we have a special guest joining us. Guess who it is? Go on. You'll never guess.
Is it Gina from the gun you're holding? Look at those little eyes of hers shining.
Oh dear. Is it awkward when you already know the answer, isn't it? It is awkward when you know the answer already, isn't it?
No.
It's Ginny! Isn't that exciting?
Oh, what a surprise! Yes, that is wonderful news.
Wow, Iris seems overjoyed at the idea.
I can't wait to learn some pickpocketing tips from a real professional.
Oh yes, that does sound like fun. Uh-oh.
I'm not sure that's entirely appropriate. Are you, Mr. Naruhodo?
By the way, Iris, what's Mr. Sholmes up to? Honestly, though, like, you should know because then it would help you not get pickpocketed yourself because you could see the signs, you know?
Absolutely. You need to know how to be evil if you want to know how to counteract evil.
Mm-hmm.
Hurley? Oh, he's been like that ever since he got back.
Hello? Mr. Sholmes?
I beg that you won't speak to me.
Oh my god. I'm sorry?
I don't know who you are, but kindly take your leave. As you can see, I'm not here.
I don't know how to respond to that.
I do apologize. When he gets like this, he's completely oblivious to everything.
Yes, I see.
Really? He behaves just like a child sometimes. Hurley does. Mr. Sholmes and Iris have something of a parent and child relationship, don't they?
Yes, except that Iris is clearly the parent here. Come to think of it, I wonder where her real parents are.
What's the matter, Bruno? You have ever such a funny look on your face.
Oh, no, it's nothing.
I know what it is. Why does this girl live here with Mr. Sholmes, you wondering? Am I right?
How? How did you?
Oh, Bruno, I can read you like a book.
This girl's dangerous.
Don't worry. You can ask me anything. I won't mind.
Where are your parents?
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
So, by Ginny, you mean Miss Lestrade, the young woman from the McGilded case 2 months ago, right?
Not sure if you're being told already, but Lestrade is also a reference to a Sherlock Holmes character. I shan't say more, though.
Ultimate Gamer, thank you.
Ultimate Gamer! I actually knew Lestrade.
Ooh.
He was the one, a name that I recognized. I was like, aha! Lestrade, I know that you are a detective man. He's the Gregson, usually. And Gregson is something else, apparently, too. Thank you, Ultimate Gamer.
Thank you.
Yes, he stole my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Although, after that trial, I invited her back here and we had dinner together. And now we're best of friends!
Oh, what a lovely tale.
Yes, now if I bump into her on the street, she runs away as fast as she can.
Oh,
And I chased after her down back alleys.
Interesting idea of friendship.
And then I let her have the latest color of smoke grenade I've developed.
oh.
There are so many beautiful colors in the world. Ginny wants to make the whole rainbow.
I suppose this means you've let Miss Lestrade keep the smoke grenade launcher, have you?
Yes, that's right. I got bored of it anyway. Hurley always reacts the same way when I shoot him with it now.
Poor Hurley.
Ooh, I can't wait for Ginny to arrive. It's been too long since she last came over. I'm so excited.
I just hope she does actually come.
The pain bow.
I'm sure you've been wondering, why does I live here with Hurley, haven't you?
Well, it has crossed my mind. That and where are your real parents?
My mummy and daddy aren't with me anymore. Mummy passed away when I was born.
Oh.
And at around the same time, my father, well, he had to go to a faraway land because of one of the cases he and Hurley were working on.
Oh. Wait a minute. Did you say he and Hurley?
Yes. Daddy and Hurley were always solving mysterious cases together.
She didn't mention that before.
He wrote them all up in his diaries. That's what's in the metal chest over there.
Oh, really? He recorded them all.
So, you mean it's true? Mr. Sholmes really did have a partner with whom he tackled some of the most taxing cases?
Oh, yes. I mean, it's always nice to have one, isn't it?
So Mr. Sholmes' partner was your father?
Exactly. Hurley told me I wasn't allowed to look in the chest, but that only made me want to look more, so I opened it up.
And you found your father's memoirs.
Yes, so I asked Hurley, who wrote these? And he nearly fell off his chair. But then he told me, bless you, that's when I found out that the author of all those accounts was my father.
Bless you, bless you.
So Iris's father was Mr. Sholmes' partner.
I've practically lived with Hurley all my life. I was tiny when he took me in.
You're still tiny.
So, it came as quite a shock when Hurley told me he wasn't really my daddy.
Aww. It must have done.
I wonder why Mr. Sholmes chose to tell you. And at such a young age.
Hurley says it's because he wouldn't have been able to hide it from me.
I was gonna say, she's a damn genius. She figured out everything about you the moment she walked in. You think she's not gonna figure out that she's adopted? Adopted, yeah.
Daddy, why is my hair pink?
Because you're an anime protagonist, dear.
Oh, okay.
Oh?
Well, having lived with Hurley all these years, you might say that his ways have rubbed off on me. There are some things I can just see. Especially lies. I almost know when people are lying before they open their mouth sometimes.
And there's a
That's familiar.
60% chance that it's already raining.
Right.
Anyway, was so fascinated when I read Daddy's diaries. That's when it inspired me to write The Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, actually.
I'd always assumed Mr. Sholmes simply told you all those thrilling stories.
Oh no, Harry's hopeless like that. He forgets everything. As soon as he solved a case, it all vanishes, but vanishes from his mind.
Oh, I see.
The other day, it was so embarrassing. As usual, he totally forgot about the case he just solved. So the very next day, he gathered together all the people involved in the case and proceeded to solve the case again. It was quite a shock for everyone.
You can say that again.
You share your father's surname, don't you, Iris?
That's right, Wilson. Daddy is Dr. John H. Wilson.
Oh, Mr. Wilson!
I learned from his diaries that he's a doctor of medicine, you see. That's what prompted me to study and study so that I could earn a doctorate as well.
Iris's father, who went to some distant land, and is a doctor by the name of John H. Wilson. But the timeline doesn't really line up here.
What do you mean?
Well, because she said that Hurley took her in when she was tiny.
Yes.
Right? But this was like, what, 3 months ago tops?
But he had to go to a faraway land to solve the case, and him and Hurley went there. But then Hurley came back, and he stayed. So he must have still been working on the case when he was dead, which implies that this is a bigger mystery than we once could figure.
Bum, bum, bum. Crap, it's been so long.
Court will now hear the case of the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case.
The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. That's right. Visiting professor of medicine at Imperial Yume University. And the man who, in the most bizarre of circumstances, lost his life before we left Japan. Miss Sasato.
Yes.
Perhaps we shouldn't pursue this conversation any further at this time.
I think that would be for the best.
Ah, my dear fellows, how good to see you.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes.
Why ever did you not make your presence known to me before? Well, no matter now. So, how the devil are you?
We've been with you for most of the day.
Goodness, really?
Do tell me, Mr. Sholmes, is your violin unscathed?
My violin? Whatever are you talking about, dear madam? Oh, never mind that now. I have something far more interesting to show you. Behold, my dear fellows!
Oh my god.
Oh, another music box disc.
No, not another disc, Miss Susato. This is the one Gregson demanded we hand over as evidence. Mr. McGilded disc.
Oh my!
Then what's it doing here?
You know, at times, Mr. Naruhodo, I think that, though I have an undeniable turn for detection, I may well be even more adept at larceny.
Ooh, that would be wonderfully exciting. I'd be your pickpocketing assistant, and Bruno could be our go-to lawyer if we ever got caught. Oh, I'm writing it all down right now.
Right.
Plus, Susie has such a beautiful handwriting. She could write all our menacing crime notifications.
Yes, I'd be delighted.
I'm just going to pretend this conversation never happened, I think.
I thought the same thing, Monodoof. The Yatakarasu.
Now this really is Mr. Sholmes' faithful performing partner then. The Stravada, the Strappy Scar, the Scrapifarius. No good, it's gone. The virtuoso's violin that he found in a pawnbroker's and managed to buy for next to nothing.
After all we went through to get it back, he's just cast it aside on that chair. I was looking forward to hearing the beautiful sound it makes when Mr. Holmes plays it.
It looks rather sorry for itself there, doesn't it? Although, at least Wagahai hasn't attacked it yet, even if his eyes are saying it's only a matter of time. I don't understand. How did that disc come to be in your possession? I thought Inspector Gregson took it back to Scotland Yard.
Quite correct. And that sort of uncompromising attitude is precisely why I always carry some of this.
Sholmes's caramel.
That's a bar of caramel, Mr. Sholmes.
Your one and only friend in times of loneliness, if I'm not mistaken.
If you will humor me, my dear fellows, cast your eyes or your minds back to when the good detective said...
Confiscate the disc.
Or confiscated the disc.
I'll be taking whatever it is of McGilda's down to the yard. Thank you very much. So hand it over.
Oh, yes, of course.
If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate.
Capitulate? I believe.
It's all yours, Inspector. For the briefest of moments, I had the disc in my hand, did I not?
Yes, you did, but I still don't understand.
It was at precisely that moment that I summoned my one and only friend into action. I pressed the disc into the pair of bars, like this.
Ah, that's amazing. The disc and all the minuscule protrusions have made an image on the caramel.
Indeed. This caramel is quite exceptional. I developed it myself, you know. Suitably soft for making impressions, but resistant to melting. The result of a precisely controlled solution.
How extraordinary!
Carrying a pair of these in one's person frequently proves to be quite useful indeed. Take a house key, for example. A simple press in its unique form is duplicated. I can enter anyone's property at will, and never without high sucrose nourishment.
Yes, sounds illegal, yeah.
Illegally delicious! From the image, I was able to create this.
But what about the note?
I confess I was most curious to know what manner of music would become from this disc.
Do tell us then, Mr. Sholmes. What music does the disc play?
Well, unfortunately, I have no idea.
No idea?
None whatsoever. Are you familiar with the workings of a music box, my dear fellows?
No, I'm afraid not.
Goodness, you don't know, Runo? Inside a music box, there's a special metal piece called a comb. That's what produces the sound. Small protuberances pluck at different teeth of the comb as they rotate past it, making the different notes. The first music box to be invented used a rotating cylinder with protuberances on it.
But over time, a new type of player was produced which uses discs such as these. With that development, the popularity of music boxes spread far and wide all around the globe.
Why exactly?
Because the discs are easy to produce and can be interchanged to facilitate the playing of different tunes. There are a great many firms in Europe now manufacturing music boxes as a result.
It is wonderful to be able to enjoy music, even when no performer is present.
But it is the very success of that invention that means we are now presented with an insurmountable problem.
What do you mean?
As you may imagine, the construction of one firm's music box does not match that of another. Could you imagine if when you bought CDs, you had to play, like, the CD in the proper CD, like, brand? Like, you had to play Sony discs on Sony players?
I mean, it was like that. There was a Format War CD, I thought.
Was there?
Yeah, something along those lines.
I don't recall that. But remember when, like, cell phone chargers, every cell phone had a different charging port?
Yeah.
And you had to have, like, the proprietary charger?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it wouldn't charge. It was the worst!
Yeah, we sold chargers with like an open tip, and then we had different adapters for all the different proprietary ones. And at the height of it, we had like 40 different
That was
heads
so
or something
silly.
Because not only did like each brand have one, sometimes like Samsung had like 8 different ones.
I know, I
They
remember.
had to change it for every fucking phone. For some
Every
reason.
single phone.
Yeah, it was really dumb.
And we have no way of knowing in which music box this particular disc was designed to be played.
I think iPhones are like the only ones.
That are still doing it, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there was Laserdisc.
Laserdiscs were huge, though. There is no resolution to this problem, I'm afraid. It is quite untraceable.
Oh, I see. So that's why.
Naturally, I tested the disc on these few music boxes I have at my disposal. But, as you can hear, to no avail.
Boom-ba-dum-ba-dum.
The results were equally unsatisfactory in this one. Yo, this is my jam.
Oh shoot, it's gone. Sorry.
I am presently engaged in acquiring an example of all music boxes ever made in Europe.
I feel like it might not even be for music.
Every single one?
That's Hurley for you. Always taking things too far.
But my dear girl, an unsolved riddle is quite repugnant to my constitution.
But surely all the different types in Europe will amount to a huge volume of music boxes, won't it?
Yes, that is certainly true. In the worst case. I shall just have to ask you to vacate the attic room.
What?
Well gents, it's time to be Tumblr. Only male presenting nipples on OnlyFans from now on. Our subscriber numbers will go through the roof for sure.
OnlyFans CEO. Really off topic, but isn't... I think you're referring to them making like, what is it, OnlyFans TV? Which is
I
like,
have no clue.
I heard like a thing about it. It's just like they're still doing everything that they're doing currently, but they're doing like a side app where it's like wholesome content, I guess. So they can be on like the App Store and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah. So it's like all of their infrastructure, but for like less risque content, let's say.
for wholesome content.
Yeah. Well, I think it's smart. I get the joke, but it's kind of misleading. Only
Egget
heard.
Benedict, when I ripped my coat. I thought everyone was on my Suda, but then I blew it all sky side. All because I ripped my coat. 1 to 2.
Dark Iron!
Egget, I learned a lesson I won't soon forget, so listen up. Just pull out a gun and don't miss your shoot and you won't end up ripper coat 2-2.
Everyone's got the shoot for shot these days.
Shoot for shot! Shoot your shot!
Dark Iron.
Chat, wait, did you donate twice for one reference? Me, yeah. So, chat, that's against the rule, isn't it? Me, screw the rules, I have references.
Dark Iron Yoshi!
I don't think anyone's references go over my head more than yours.
I didn't understand any of it, but thank
Someone
you!
might have.
Hey,
Hey!
Angry?
Hey.
Oh, sexually explicit content's banned? It was announced less than an hour ago? Oh, well, wow, you guys are way up.
Damn it! That was my backup plan! Oh, Chan says it was a ripped pants SpongeBob reference.
Oh.
I haven't seen the ripped pants SpongeBob reference in a long time.
Well, that's why I didn't hear about it. I don't know. That sounds crazy. Unless, like, something happened, but, I mean, I know nothing about it, so there's not much point in talking about it at this point in time. Because if it happened less than an hour ago, I've been streaming the entire time, so it'd be a little odd if I was on the side here going, oh my god!
Oh, my favorites!
Looks like it's a better time than ever for only Nyans.
I thought your backup plan was Only Farms, where you just farm potatoes.
Oh.
Hello, welcome to Only Farms. This is my potato farm. And I'd say potato like that every time. Magnus McGilded, not a name I expected to hear again so soon.
Yes, it's only been 2 months since that grisly case. Mr. McGill had perished within hours of the trial's conclusion. Was it the curse of the Reaper? No one knows. Still now. I bet you Von Zieks is like, damn, I know that they all eventually perish, but this is a new record.
Yeah.
The omnibus was reduced to a pile of ash. Not a single shred of evidence remained. This is also fantastic art, by the way.
It really is. I was admiring his face.
Yeah, it's the weirdest omission in this game to be unable to hide the text box.
It really is an odd thing for them to not include.
And with the man's death, the truth about the murder in which he was so intimately involved was buried. Oh. Even though we successfully established Mr. McGilded's innocence in the trial.
The newspapers are still claiming that it remains an unsolved case.
I mean, it is unsolved. We don't know who killed the guy.
We don't.
The murder of the brickmaker, Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. In the end, the truth of the matter remains a mystery. We still have no idea what really happened that night. And although Mr. McGilded was found not guilty through my defense, I still don't know if that was the right judgment or not. Sorry. Stuff.
It would appear that the case is not yet closed.
Well, it's time I get started getting things ready for dinner, I think.
Is that your dinner gun?
Yep. Ginny will be here before long.
Thank you, Iris.
Oh, well, you must let me help you then.
Of course, Susie. There's plenty to do.
I think I shall investigate the condition of my faithful performing partner. Now then, where did I leave it?
Let this be a lesson to you, Mr. Sholmes. Never leave anything too precious with the pawnbroker.
Yes, you may be right.
Oh, that reminds me of something Mr. Windibank said before. He said that he had a manuscript of Iris's pawn, didn't he?
Did he?
Yes, he definitely mentioned it. Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom, were his words, I believe.
So you heard about that, did you? I expect you were as incensed as I was.
Oh, yes! The idea of such a wonderful story languishing in Mr. Windibank's storeroom, gathering dust.
My dear madam, I'm quite sure I told you already. The pawnbroker's storeroom is the safest place for it. More secure than a bank's vault.
And what about your Stradivarius, Hurley? Was that safe and secure?
Well, there may be the occasional mix-up.
Caused by a certain impetuous someone not too far from me now.
Do you have any idea how long it took me to write that Baskerville story, Hurley?
Oh, it sounds so exciting! The Hound of Baskervilles. I should love to read it.
This is an intimidating look.
How'd she know the title?
What's going on here? I thought they said...
No.
No, I guess not.
Just the
yeah, that Baskerville story.
Yeah.
Why does it feel like an icy chill just swept through the room?
Susie, what did you just say?
Um,
You said the Hound of Baskervilles. But how could you know the full title?
well, that's...
That's because Miss Sasato is such a great fan of all the stories about Mr. Sholmes, of course.
But
Wow.
Reno, the Hound of Baskervilles has never been published.
What?
When I showed Early the manuscript, he told me that I wasn't allowed to publish it yet.
I don't understand.
That's why he said to keep it safe. Until it was the right time for the story to be made public, you see.
So that's why the manuscript is at Windibanks?
And yet, how could Susie here know its title? Well, Hurley, what is going on?
Ah!
What is it, Mr. Sholmes?
It would appear our guest has arrived.
Miss Lestrade. Oh.
Adele Michael Caine.
Sorry, that's how I gotta get into Cockney.
This is a bad idea. I knew it weren't welcome. I'm going.
No, wait, Miss Lestrade. We've all been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Ah, a lot of vowels there. Haven't we, Iris? Oh, no.
Oh, yes! Just wait right there, Ginny! We'll have everything ready in a jiffy! Come along, Susie!
Right, of course. It's a pleasure to see you here, Miss Lestrade. Please, make yourself at home.
Don't stand in the doorway, my dear girl. Come along in. What say you to some Mendelssohn? I won't take no for an answer. Mendelssohn.
Mendelssohn. Meddlesome is it then? Meddlesome it is then. Hey. Meow indeed.
Cat burglar.
That evening, Iris prepared us all a meal that was even more delicious than usual. Mr. Sholmes' violin performance was in no way meddlesome, and Gina, as we came to call her, taught us all how to steal things from one another without being noticed. Everyone thoroughly enjoyed themselves well into the night. That's sweet.
Constituency.
That was a very enjoyable evening, wasn't it?
Oh, yes. Iris's cooking was truly divine.
And I feel as though I can hear the enchanting strains of Mr. Sholmes' violin even now.
Best of all, I bet I could steal the glasses from his lordship's face next time we're in court. Naruhodo-san, could I consult you about something, I wonder?
What's the matter, Sasato-san?
It's about the telegram I received.
Oh, the one that arrived first thing this morning, I suppose.
I forgot about the telegram.
I know, so many mysteries.
I've been summoned.
What? Summoned? What do you mean?
The telegram was from the Lord Chief Justice's office. Lord Strongheart has asked to see me.
The Lord Chief Justice? When?
Tomorrow morning.
What? Then we have to start preparing at once.
Oh, no, that won't be necessary, Naruhodo-san. I've been summoned alone.
Alone? What on earth for?
I have no idea. I suppose I shall find out tomorrow.
What's all this about? Whatever it is, it's making me feel very uneasy. Oh, who could that be, I wonder? It's the Lord Chief Justice. Nope.
Good evening, friends!
Iris. Oh, Iris. Hello again.
And Gina, too!
Yes, Ginny's gonna stay with us tonight. She's going to sleep with me. Isn't that right, Ginny?
Well, yeah. How lovely! Let me make a pot of tea.
You know, I've learnt so much today.
Oh, what in in particular?
All those things Ginny showed us. Wasn't it wonderful?
Ah, you mean all those pickpocketing techniques. We had fun trying them out on each other, didn't we?
I think I've awakened a natural talent. I can earn a living from it.
You might be getting ahead of yourself a little there. So, what brings you up to our humble quarters at this late hour?
Well, you see, I came to return this.
Wait, what? That's mine!
Oh my, however did you?
I told you, didn't I? I have a natural talent for it.
Oh, yes, I'd forgotten. Iris is literally a child genius.
So anyway, here, you can have it back. Not that I really understand why you wear it, though.
Ah, thank you.
All right then, good night.
Yes, good night.
So this is your office, is it? What do you think, Ginny?
I think I wouldn't fancy me chances with a lawyer what lives in a place like this.
Yes, me too.
It seems as though Iris here still has something she'd like to talk about.
I suppose she probably wants to talk about the manuscript.
I didn't say that out loud. Yes, I suppose she probably does, I thought to myself. Oh. Uh-oh.
Bruno, what are you doing?
Ah,
Look, you're not going to steal nothing, all right? It's all junk anyway.
charming. I suppose I should engage our guests in conversation, really. That's fair.
Iris, I suppose you're hoping to talk about the manuscript, aren't you?
Aren't you going to tell me?
I'm so sorry. I need a little more time, please.
All right, I understand. I hope I haven't made you feel awkward.
Oh, no, not at all, Iris. Not at all. I don't know what all this is about, really, but it's a story you made up, is it, Iris? This manuscript or whatever you call it?
It's not exactly a story that I made up. It's something I read in Daddy's diaries.
Daddy?
That's right. I don't suppose I've mentioned it to you before, Ginny, but my daddy was Hurley's assistant once, his partner.
Eh?
They solved all sorts of strange and mysterious cases together.
Is that right, mister?
Apparently so. I was as surprised as you are, though.
And Daddy wrote all the details of every single case down, you see, in his diaries.
Apparently blue text can be mumbling.
So I study them and write my stories based on what actually happened.
So, where's your old man now then, eh?
He had to go away on urgent business to a faraway land, and he'll be gone for a very long time. So, I've never really met him.
Oh, right.
Come to think of it, I don't know anything about Gina's parents either. Perhaps we should ask her. That can only go well.
Let's do some prying.
Oh, the Hound of the Baskervilles. Iris, this Hound of the Baskervilles story, I take it it's another tale inspired by your father's accounts?
That's right. I thought it was fascinating. But it's different somehow. From the other cases, I mean.
Oh, how?
I don't really know, but it must be special in some way, because after I'd written it and I showed the manuscript to Hurley, he turned as white as a sheet. It wasn't the first time, it was the first time I've ever seen him like that.
It pains me to have to say this to you. to have to say this to you after you've toiled over it so long, Iris, but this story must not be published at this time, under any circumstances.
Oh, probably because it's still ongoing.
It's still ongoing.
But why not? It's one of my best works.
I'm not at liberty to say. Not now. So please do not ask me.
All right then, I won't.
But I do solemnly swear that I will explain everything one day, Iris, when the time is right.
And that's how the manuscript came to be with Mr. Windibank, isn't it?
Yes. Hurley said that it had to be somewhere very safe.
That really gets my goat, that does. He's treating you like a child. I mean, that's what it is, keeping secrets like that.
I'm sure Mr. Sholmes isn't trying to be mean.
Eh?
If he said he wasn't at liberty to talk about it, I'm sure there must have been a very good reason.
I think so too. You lot are too trusting for your own good. But he can't pull the wool over my eyes. Sorry. Sholmes is lying, Iris. Bet my life on it.
What?
Hurley's lying to me.
Oh. Guess we gotta go look at Gina. Gina! Oh. Your parents. Got no parents. Little Fifi girl. No parents. Shooting people with a gun. Who you think you are?
Stealing things for fun.
Pickpocketing.
I've realized that I don't know anything about your parents, Gina.
I ain't got any, have I? Never did have.
So tell me about your relationship with your father. That's interesting.
Oh. Look, the East End's full of orphans like me. No one wants nothing to do with us from the minute we're born. Not even our mums.
Oh.
But we all stick together. The older ones look after the little ones. And make sure to get by. Oh, so that's why you're a pickpocket. Yeah, whatever you say. Nah, Bavin's my life. I love it. I get a kick out of it every time I lift some pompous idiot's purse. And that's how we all afford to eat. I'm like Robin Hood, ain't I? That's how I see it. Oh, Gina. Do you think about it sometimes? What it'd be like to have parents, I mean. I always thought it'd make everything right. But I haven't listened to what Iris just said. Sounds like having parents isn't always easy either.
Oh!
I mean, if you know you never had them, you don't feel like you always wanting to meet them.
It's true. I do want to see Daddy so much.
Oh, Iris.
Gina, what did you mean when you said you know Mr. Sholmes is lying to Iris?
Well, he reckons he popped that mantle script or whatever, right? But come on! That's obviously a load of rubbish. Oh my, why would you think that, Gina? It's simple. That story was really an old Windibank storeroom. There's no way someone half the way around the world, in other words you, could have known about it. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you.
But Hurley would never do something like that. I'm sure of it.
Ha! Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, a lot of them. You just ain't realised it yet. I'm telling you, that mantle script, ain't at Windibank's. You'd soon seen if you had a look at it. Even if you think you can trust him, I don't. That Sholmes is a liar like the rest of them.
harsh.
If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley is telling me the truth sometimes.
Say,
But I don't mean, whatever. I mean that
sold it.
sometimes I wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong for me to doubt him.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Iris.
Oh my goodness, look at the time. Come along, Ginny. We should get back downstairs.
yeah, all right.
And please, don't mention any of this to Hurley, will you?
No, of course not. Good night then, Iris. Good night, Gina.
You must let me make breakfast for you tomorrow morning. I insist.
Oh, yes, please. I can't wait, Susie. Good night, then.
Iris. It sure is easy to forget, isn't it? Sometimes she speaks just like an adult, but deep down, she's still just a child.
She baby. Well, I think it's time that I turned in for the night too, Naruhodo-san.
Dr. John H. Wilson, Iris's father, but also the name of the murdered visiting professor at Yume University.
Wow.
The Big Dead.
Coincidence.
It can't be mere coincidence, nice. I'm sorry, Iris, but how do I put this? They put an E in your dad, and now he's dead.
A daddy! My daddy is daddy!
Super dead.
And then he drifts off to sleep. Off to sleep with you all. Mr. Naruhodo. Mr. Naruhodo!
That voice.
Oh.
That's Mr. Sholmes. Pretending to be a lady. What's going on? It's the middle of the night.
It's Miss Lestrade. She's gone.
Gina?
She was supposed to be sleeping in Iris's room, but her bed is empty.
Well, she's an independent young woman. She probably decided to go home, no?
I think not. From speaking to her before she retired, I received the distinct impression that she was looking forward to breakfasting with Mrs. Sato. No, I don't believe the girl has gone home, but I've been waiting for over an hour now.
Over an hour? Oh.
If you'll indulge me, look out of the window, my dear fellow.
What's this about? This is so exciting.
I know I have to pee so bad too.
Wait a minute. Why is there a light on at this time? No, don't do that.
That's Mr. Winterbake's pawnbrokery.
Mr. Windibanks? Oh no.
It's simple. If that story really isn't Old Winterbank's storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words, you, could have known about it. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you.
Could Gina have gone?
It seems you have some knowledge of the situation, Mr. Naruhodo.
Sorry? Oh, no, not really.
Well, anyway, we must investigate.
At once!
At once!
Oh, hi! Mr. Sato!
Doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle.
Diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle.
16th April, 1:14 a.m.
Diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle.
Baker Street. The door to Windibanks. It's open.
And the lamp is burning.
It must be Gina, mustn't it?
Let us hope it's nothing more sinister.
What?
Come, there's not a moment to lose. Clearly something is afoot inside. Oh, shit!
Damn!
Oh, yes. There is.
Oh!
Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes!
What the? Has Sholmes been shot?
Leave me, Mr. Naruhodo!
But...
After them! Go!
Right. Blast! I've lost them.
Hello, hello, what have we here?
Oh,
Oh, crap. Oh, no, wait. Not a bailiff.
he's a Bobby. Give him Bobby voice.
What was... I mean, you do a much better Bobby voice than I do.
I have to pee so bad. I'll be.
Go.
Sholmes, pray, I deduce
from
this
17
deuce
minutes
stain
ago.
is sus. Elementary, my dear, Wilson.
Quite sus. I know. I know.
How have we not made a damn Gina reference yet?
Caloise. Is that from Bob's Burgers? Nyanny's more familiar with it than I am. I'll have to ask him.
I'm Bobby. Bobby Fulbright. And in justice we trust.
My Bobby voice? Yeah, I can't remember what we did for the Bobby voice. I remember we joked about it from Martin. Yeah, I don't know. What did we settle on for Bobby voice? Because I know we joked about Bobby Hill, but... Booster voice? No, that's the bailiff. Yeah, good enough.
Oh, the alarm was raised from this pawnbroker, sir. Would you know something about that?
Officer, come with me! It's my friend, Mr. Sholmes. He's been shot.
Shot?
And with the policeman close behind me, I ran back to Windibanks. Bobby, that's fine.
They did not. They wouldn't.
Mr. Sholmes!
Mr. Narado.
How bad is it? Never mind me, but there's much at stake. Behind that door. In the storeroom. Hurry!
Oh! Oh.
It's Gina!
Well, thank goodness Gina's still alive.
How do you know?
Well, probably. I mean,
Probably.
I mean, the pawnbroker had the bullet hole through him, so I mean, there was that, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was threatening for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I've played enough Ace Attorney games to know that we're probably gonna have to defend Gina here.
Yeah, we're absolutely gonna have to defend Gina here.
I mean, I don't think I'm gonna be defending the pawnbroker against Gina's murder, just based on context. I mean, it's not impossible, but, you know.
I know the pawnbroker. He threatened to shoot himself 5 times upon meeting me. I doubt it was Gina who did this.
Oh, shit.
Or picking up right here, eh? I'll be all right, Mr. Naruhodo. After them, go!
Sholmes squeals in a very high-pitched voice when he's shot. Behind that door.
Behind that door! In the storeroom! Hurry!
Oh, no. It's Gina. From that moment, Windibank's pawnbrokery became a crime scene. Everything that followed happened in a whirlwind of activity. The arrival of the police, the preliminary investigation of the scene, and the questioning. It was just before dawn before I was allowed back to my lodgings at 221B. I can't wait for Gina to tell us that she remembers nothing of the incident.
Right.
Oh. Iris.
A telegram came, but all it said was, wait at home.
Oh, yes, we asked one of the policemen to have it sent. It was simply impossible to come back.
When I woke up, I was all alone. Hurley and Gina, Ginny were gone. Everyone was gone. What happened, Bruno?
Poor Iris, she's trembling. She's obviously trying very hard not to let herself get too worried. I'll explain everything that I know.
Something awful has happened, hasn't it?
Yes, I'm afraid so. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Iris, but Mr. Windibank is dead. He was shot. We discovered it in the early hours of the morning.
Oh, yes, I had a feeling.
You did?
Well, I saw all of those police carriages pulled up outside his shop. I knew something must have happened there.
When we entered Windibank's in the small hours, we disturbed a gang of 2 thugs. They ran out onto the street and I chased after them, but they got away.
So, it was one of them who shot old Windibank, I suppose.
I don't know, but that's not what the police believe at the moment.
Why not?
They've arrested someone else as their prime suspect, you see. Gina.
Ginny? But why?
Well, the thing is...
No! Ginny wouldn't do something like that!
I know. None of us would think she did.
Then why have they arrested her?
I'm sorry, there was nothing I could do.
I feel like it wants me to do this one now.
I don't understand why they arrested Ginny. It's not fair. What about the 2 thugs that were at the scene? Why aren't they the prime suspects, after all? They shot Hurley dead, didn't they?
Oh, no, I mean, Mr. Sholmes isn't dead, Iris.
This is all so horrible.
The thing is, Mr. Windibank was found on the floor of the storeroom where it keeps all the deposited articles, and the storeroom door was locked from the inside.
I see.
One thing I noticed though right away was there's that little pull-out window, and it'd be so easy if it was locked from the inside. I don't know what the mechanism is yet, but if it was, locked from the inside, you could just open it and put your arm over
Right?
it, just unlock it.
But he wasn't alone in there. Gina was found next to him on the floor as well.
Oh no.
And according to the detectives who investigated afterwards...
Don't tell me. There was no one else in the room.
Yes, exactly. How did you know?
It's the only explanation.
Yes, the only explanation indeed.
What do you mean by that, Bruno? Well?
Oh, what can I say? I'm damned if I agree and I'm damned if I don't.
So where's Hurley then? Is he still there investigating the scene? He really ought to have some breakfast if he's not himself if he misses his meals.
I don't want you to worry, Iris, but I have some news about Mr. Sholmes. He was taken to hospital this morning.
What?
Well, when we entered Windibank's, a gun was fired, and he took a bullet.
Hurley was shot. No.
It's all right. His life isn't in danger.
Really? Are you sure? Where is he? Which hospital?
He's at St. Sinners?
Yep.
Signers?
I would say sinners.
They're tending to him there.
I must see him at once.
I'm sorry, Iris, but you can't.
Why not? That's not fair. I'm a family member. I should be allowed.
No, I mean, nobody can see him at the moment. He's not allowed any visitors. They're preparing to operate, you see.
To operate? Oh, poor Hurley.
It was the 2 thugs who were in Mr. Windibank's shop. They shot Mr. Sholmes when we disturbed them, you see. It was pitch black inside the shop at the time, and my mind went totally blank, I'm afraid. I just froze.
After them! Go!
After that, I ran out into the street, but, well, they were long gone. I shouldn't have hesitated. I'm so sorry, it's my fault. I let them get away.
I think that's a very good thing.
Sorry?
Well, if you'd seen which way they went and chased after her, you might have been shot as well, Bruno.
Oh, yeah.
On top of everything else, I couldn't bear that.
Oh, Iris. Yeah, the one weird thing is, I'm pretty sure we saw the blood in the calendar and the bullet hole before Sholmes was shot.
There was definitely blood on the calendar before.
Yeah, so I mean, and the bullet definitely went through Mr. Windibank, because there was an exit wound out the back.
Yes.
And then he was bleeding out the front.
It
so I
did seem
assume it
that
went
way.
through. So it seems like Windibank was shot first in the main area.
Yeah.
Where's Susie, Bruno?
She's still at the police station.
Oh, why?
I expect she's still being questioned. The police said they wouldn't be finished for a while.
Why aren't you there then?
Well, I didn't get a good look at the criminals anyway, so they weren't questioning me for long. And Miss Sasato stayed behind the scene to tend to Mr. Sholmes, so they didn't get started until later.
Oh, I see.
Besides, one of us had to come back with Iris. To be with Iris. I'm glad Inspector Gregson agreed to me leaving early.
You should have let me know, and I would have come to the station.
I'm afraid I'll need to go out again now, Iris. There's not much I can do at the moment, but I can at least try to find out how Mr. Sholmes and Gina are getting on.
I want to go too. Take me with you, Bruno.
Right?
I can't just stand around. I can't stand just sitting around here waiting.
I'm not sure how to feel about taking a 10-year-old child to the scene of a murder. Or if this will set off events 100 years in the future that will make this the norm.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy. But I don't want to leave her here all alone. All right then, Iris. Perhaps you can help me?
Oh yes, I'd love to.
Gina's at the prison. Mr. Sholmes is probably in his hospital bed.
And don't forget we have the crime scene to visit. We need to conduct a thorough investigation.
You don't need to change your voice in an attempt to sound older. It's okay. I know I'm bringing a 10-year-old to a crime scene. Ah, I can see you're ready for action. I imagine Iris would appreciate going to the hospital sooner rather than later. That spade's been here since we started renting the place.
Bruno, that's not a spade, it's a shovel.
Ah, you're a shoveler, are you? I had a feeling you'd pick me up on that.
Oh no, a pick is something else entirely.
Now I've dug myself into an even deeper hole.
Windibank didn't play Persona 3 confirmed.
Frick roll! Nope.
Nope. It's spring at last and the weather's warmer now. But I love the smell of the fire and the steam rising from the kettle.
Oh, how about some tea, Bruno?
Thanks, Iris, but I'm all right for now. With the green tea Sasato-san makes for me from time to time and Iris's unique herbal infusions, this place is paradise for a true tea lover.
If you're sure, you know I always have plenty wherever you're feeling thirsty.
It's funny, it's like all the same interactions, but with Iris instead of Sasato.
That is correct.
So this is the tea set that Miss Sasato brought with her from Japan. Let's hope she hasn't noticed me slipping sugar and milk in my cup. Like, all the Ryunosuke things are the same.
Susie's lovely green tea has quite an impact on Hurley, you know. He stopped putting milk and sugar in his coffee, even. And Hurley is normally bitterly opposed to bitterness.
We've only been here in London for about 2 months, but my desk is starting to look a little messy already.
Hurley's desk is far worse, you know.
I'm sure if I try hard enough, I can make my desk as messy as Mr. Sholmes.
I wonder.
You don't think I can?
Well, it takes a certain certain genius to reach that kind of level of disorder, you know.
The path to true mess is long and arduous, it seems. Ah, the Dharma doll I brought with me from home. Still with only one eye colored in. I said I'd color in the other eye once I won my first court case here in Britain, but...
That's cruel! Letting it only have one eye?
Yes, but it's because I don't consider myself a good enough lawyer yet, you see. And once I become a fully fledged lawyer, Mrs. Sato will color in the other eye for me.
Well, in that case, why not color in the other eye now? And then every time you win a new case, give it an extra eye. You can never have too many eyes, you know.
Call me crazy, but I never considered that.
Is it bad luck to have a Dharma doll with like 80 eyes?
I don't know. It sounds like a story. The 100-eyed Dharma.
It really does.
Oh, this looks like a telegram.
It is, but you mustn't open it. Not under any circumstances.
All right, I won't. Now then, let's see.
No, what did I just say? You mustn't open it.
Don't worry, I won't. With this special concoction I've developed, I'll be able to see through the envelope without even having to open it!
No, that's not allowed either.
Oh, but I'm sure it's something important.
Little geniuses sure can be mischievous. We were rather lucky to find that old aquarium left behind here. The prawns we put in there are doing rather well. And the anemones too.
Apparently, tanks like those were very popular in London before I was born.
Oh? You mean they're not anymore?
I think people discovered it was too much effort to clean them out and change the water all the time.
I can believe that. Prawns and anemones are fun, for a while. Oops. Do you know, I've never seen him inside Mrs. Sato's room. I haven't so much as put my head around the door.
Oh, Susie often invites me up. It's so much fun.
Really? What's her room like?
I can't tell you that.
Oh.
A young maiden's private chamber is a place of bittersweet secrets, you know.
Where have I heard that before? I suppose some things are the same the world over.
10. Motherfuckers, I was having conversations about the intricacies of the wet work business when I was 8 fucking years old.
Pearl frickin' Faye! Not wrong. Not wrong at all.
She's gearing up to be a prosecutor at the age of 9.
Yeah. I'm gonna play the other thing. Frederick Smith, thanks for being a golden waffle for at least 2 months in a row, according to YouTube. Thanks, Fred! Frederick. Wow. Hospitals back in the times.
Yeah.
I hope we have a sexy nurse. Oh, sexy male nurse.
Hurley! Oh. He's not here.
No, that's strange. The nurse definitely said he was in bed by the window. In bed by the window, didn't she?
Oh, I know what's probably happened. Hurley was being a big baby, and the bullet wound wasn't that bad at all, so he's been sent home.
I'm not so sure about that. Baby or not, there's no question that it was a fairly serious injury that Mr. Sholmes suffered.
Oh.
Hello, what have we here?
Oh!
It's wards off limits. No visiting. Oh, what are you doing in here, eh?
Well, I'll have you know, we're Hurley's next of kin.
Eh? Oh! Well, begging your pardon then, ma'am. Sir? A little lady and a curious Eastern gentleman. Oh, the great mystery solver as the mistress's family, eh?
If that's how you see us, sure.
Where is he, Constable? Where's Hurley?
I believe he's currently in the operating theatre, ma'am, undergoing an extensive operation.
Extensive.
Oh, it's been several hours since he went in.
Oh dear. Is he going to be all right?
Well, doesn't appear to be working, you see. The anesthetic, that is.
Oh,
I have heard the report that the gentleman claims he may have had a little too much drink last night. Coffee, that is. Anyway, I think it would be fair to assume that he won't be back here for several hours yet.
I see. Thank you, Constable. Perhaps we should leave and come back later.
poor Hurley.
Oh. This must be Mr. Sholmes' bed.
Poor Hurley.
I know. It looks as stiff as a board, doesn't it?
Oh, I don't think that will bother him.
No?
I often find him asleep face down on the floor, completely dead to the world.
I think I'd call the police if I discovered someone like that.
And it was really fun. Like she does like his little hat flip thing.
Yeah.
Even though she doesn't have a hat. It's pretty cute.
I wonder what these are. Do you have any idea, Iris?
Oh, haven't you ever seen crutches before? Let me explain. They're for people with leg injuries to help them walk. You hold one under each arm, you see?
They make your arms into legs. Oh, right.
And your armpits into pain.
Oh. I thought they were weapons of some sort.
Why would there be weapons in a hospital?
I thought maybe a fighter had been injured in a battle contest and brought here along with his weapons.
That's surprisingly plausible.
Oh, interesting, interesting.
You haven't forgotten to do anything.
Like how it's like, go everywhere first.
I hope we get a deductive reasoning section with Iris. Why? So we can just tell her that she's right about everything.
Right?
Hello, Gina. Will they let you bring that thing in there?
Oh, you still have the grenade launcher Hurley and I made.
I wish she wouldn't point it at me all the time, though.
What are you here for? Ginny.
I have a feeling it's because of us that you ended up in trouble. So we're thinking that we might be able to help you.
Well, you can't.
Sorry?
You heard. Get lost. Don't be like that, Ginny. I know you didn't do it. You'd never shoot someone. I just know you wouldn't.
You think you know me? Pull the other one.
Oh.
You ain't got the first idea about the likes of me. I'm a thief. I pinch people's purses while they're walking down the street. That's how I get by. And if I saw me chance, I'd sneak into a pawn shop any day of the week. Just to see what I can lay my hands on. Get it? That's the kind of person I am.
But Ginny.
I'll be in court tomorrow, they said. Some coke came by before and said he'd have a lawyer for me or the like. Said it was my right or something. I told him told him to get stuffed. Don't need no lawyer. I don't need no one.
She couldn't be staring at me any more obviously if she tried.
Why are you being like this, Ginny?
I don't understand, Gina. Why did you send the public defender away?
You want me to sign some papers, representation papers or something like that. It's all going to be rigged anyway, the whole trial. Try to pin it on me because I'm a kid. That's what grown-ups always do.
Why do you think that?
Because that's how it always has been for me growing up in the back slums, my whole life. If you do what the grown-ups tell you, it'll get your mates dragged off by the coppers, or worse. Found it happened to me before and all. Been sold out and nearly snaffled on the back of it. You can't trust no one. That's the point. As soon as you do, you've garnered grass. Dead.
Gina, listen. If you'd like, in tomorrow's trial, I could...
Forget it!
Ginny! Don't you trust Runo?
Nah, I don't. Look, I'll ask you nicely now. Just leave me alone.
Will you tell us what happened, Gina? Last night at the pawnbroker's.
There's nothing to tell. I figured it'd pay me, so I broke into the place and started going through the storeroom. But the old bloke walked in on me and you know the rest.
No, we don't.
But why, Ginny? Why would you do that?
Ain't it obvious? The place is full of stuff I could sell for a shilling or two. Diving ain't easy, you know. It's a lot of work. And half the time you don't even get nothing.
Is that really why you broke into the place?
What?
Are you sure? The true reason wasn't something else?
Oh, give it a rest. What would the point in that anyway, eh? Nothing I could say that would make me a blind bit of difference.
Please tell us, Ginny. We'll believe you, whatever it is.
Believe me? Don't be daft. You can't believe nothing. Everyone tells lies all the time. And you know what? When it comes to liars, I'm the biggest of the lot. I've told some unforgivable lies, I have.
What do you mean by that? What unforgivable lies?
What did you mean before, Gina, when you said you were the biggest liar of the lot? Why don't you tell us what these unforgivable lies you've told are? Maybe we can help.
Sorry. We're out of time. They're going to want to question me now.
Ginny, please.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to give this to you. Something to remember me by. They're twins. They're friggin' twins. One has a black cat, one has a white cat. Ooh!
A photographic print of a really adorable cat.
I found it on one of the pockets of this coat. Ain't no point in me having it.
I wonder what a little photograph like this is doing in a pocket of an overcoat.
Anyway, don't bother coming again. Bye.
Oh, Ginny.
The white cat photograph has been entered into the court record.
What's on the back of it? The cat's name? Is it Vice? Is the cat's name Vice?
Oh! Look at the back of this print here. There's something written on it.
13th of February, 9 p.m. Article deposited 1 small box. Loan amount paid 10 shillings. Redemption deadline 13th of April, 9 p.m.
And there's the symbol. So this photographic print is a redemption ticket.
13th of February? That could be significant. It was just 2 days before the murder of the omnibus, wasn't it?
A small box. That doesn't tell us much about it, does it?
Oh no. If Mr. McGill still had the ticket, then presumably he never redeemed the article.
What's also interesting is that she has to be lying, because she said that when she received the jacket, Mr. Windibank went through all the pockets and then gave it to her.
So do you think if the box might still be present somewhere in the shop?
Oh, yes. If it's something McGilda deposited, we need to investigate. Pawnbroker's ticket box. Unless someone's lying is the point. I don't know.
Someone's lying.
Or he missed it. I don't know. But that's a weird thing to do.
Either that's a giant cat or a really small snowman.
It's perspective, okay? The snowman's really far back. It's an adorable little cat. I think it looks a little like Wakahai. I always thought cats like to curl up under the heated kotatsu blanket when it snowed. Maybe British cats are different. It's funny, when we bought our kotatsu heater, it specifically said, do not let your cat underneath it.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. No. I'm sure it still happens, though.
Oh, for sure.
This is going to go well. Would you have a look at, that's strange. Where's my armband gone?
What's the problem? Something wrong? Don't suppose you're looking for this?
Yes, but how? And when? And how again?
I've got a talent for it, haven't I? Diving.
That's bordering on black magic. And it makes what I was about to say about my armband seem a little dull.
So, what you want to tell me about it then?
Nothing.
Nothing.
That's right, nothing.
Here, Gina, look at this.
No, Ta.
I wasn't saying you could have it.
Oh, weren't ya? Well, when someone says I can't have stuff, it makes me want to see. So, you better hand it over.
No, I'm not giving it to you.
You give it to me and I give it to you. Picture of a cat.
Oh, wow, shoot.
Time went so fast, right?
Damn it. Just wanted to know more. And gotta wait till Sunday.
Oh, Sunday.
Sunday,
It's so far away.
So far away.
The
Oh, hey,
Sunday that is. Whoop, woof.
Thanks for being here, though. Things are really heating up. There's so many mysteries.
So many mysteries.
So many mysteries have been laid, and I can't wait for the bing bang boom of the reveal, you know?
Right? It's all coming together.
Mm-hmm. Very exciting case. A lot of fun. Well played, well played. Oof! I'm glad they didn't shoot Gina. I mean, in typical Ace Attorney fashion, it makes sense. You have to protect the small child from being convicted of murder. Again. What's planned for Saturday? We're gonna be on Twitch.
At least Susato didn't get arrested.
Yeah.
You know, like that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like the telegram, Iris's father, the Hound of the Baskervilles, Gina and her connection to McGilded, and all this stuff. There's so much stuff up in the air right now. So much stuff. Very cool. Thank you for being here, though. Do we finally get to see more Handyman? I think so. Good fun times. Yeah, probably gonna watch more of Canada's Worth Handyman. Fun show if you guys are into that. Maybe we'll check out some other stuff too. Who knows? Who knows? Mm-hmm. Yeah, who needs to sleep? There's a lot going on. And I feel like the trial will be a bing bang boom of reveals into reveals into reveals. Yeah, Sandra. Very fun. Oh, well, that's cool, Allison. I hope you enjoy yourself there. Is it warm? It's probably warm. I imagine it's warm this time of year. It's cool down here a bit.
In Florida? I think it's warm all year round in Florida.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because they're very close to the equator.
Much closer than us, that's for sure.
Yeah. Except for when it's stormy. They get lots of storms. In storm season.
No problem, Zumbo. Yeah. We also got Neo Twu, which is heating up quite a bit. So if you're into that, I can't wait to see you there. Otherwise,
hell yeah.
I'll see what I see. We got Bazzaria tomorrow too, so.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But until next time.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. I love you. Bye. Bye.